Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with another episode of Hearts of Iron 4 with Black Ice, playing as Germany, of course. Okay, well, I'm back after a bit of an absence. You might not know this if you're watching the series later. Just sort of sore throat problems, coughing problems. Hopefully we will do this episode without undue coughing, and it was mostly just coughing once I started talking, so that was a problem. Now, just before starting this, I was just watching the news, and former Congressman Dennis Kucinich talking about the, also give the time frame of when this is being done, about Syria and the aftermath of the U.S. strike on the airbase there, said there is no military solution to this problem. And within the last 3 days, that was on Fox News, on CNN, someone said there is no military solutions to civil wars. These people are, and I like Dennis Kucinich because generally speaking, I mean, I don't like his politics, but I generally believe that he says what he believes. I trust when his nuttiness is just as far as nutty as he wants to go. He is, because he's so open about things, I don't think he is one of these people that are hiding his political views within what is considered acceptable political views and really has further far left or other things. His nuttiness is his nuttiness. So, the idea that civil wars have political solutions, not military solutions. These people are either lying to you, or just flat out ignorant, or I guess deluded by their ideology. Because if they studied history, they would know civil wars are entirely solvable by military solutions. The U.S. Civil War, that was solved by a military solution. Grant, as well as Sherman, as well as other generals, basically destroyed the Confederacy's ability to resist. Yes, the Confederacy decided not to try to go to a guerrilla-type warfare continuation. They just ended it at that point. But that was an unconditional, non-political ending. The Spanish Civil War. Franco just destroyed the Republican Army. That was an end and not in a political solution. I would also say the Greek Civil War, even slightly more newer times, that was ended by a military solution of defeating the communist guerrillas militarily. We could, if you will, the Vietnamese Civil War. Because remember, Vietnam was more or less, well, Indochina, we break it up between Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam. Vietnam being more or less culturally one group, was broken apart into two parts and had, in essence, a civil war between North and South. That was won by a military solution. There was no negotiation, no agreement with the South Vietnamese political leadership structure. Either you had a choice. Either you could be dead, you could go into, basically, they had re-education / internment camps for those that disagreed with them, and I do believe a lot of people went through those, or you could decide that somehow you were no longer involved in politics. Maybe they wouldn't have put you into it, meaning if you had any sort of political, and I would be shocked if you had any sort of political position, a local mayor, city council, I don't know what it might be, in South Vietnam when that civil war was over, that, you know, you were somehow, if not going, or maybe after being in the camps, you decided that you just weren't going to be involved in anything political. Or you could leave the country, as in a lot of South Vietnamese did. Most of them I think ended up here in America. Or 5, you could get on board with the North Vietnamese political system and do that. So, those are your choices. There was no political solution to the Vietnamese Civil War, if you will. I could go on about that. So these people don't know history. You don't need political solutions. You don't have to do that. I don't think there's going to be a quote-unquote political solution to the end of the Korean Civil War, if you will. Right now it's still theoretically in a state of war, though ceasefire is current. But someday, either the North will invade and conquer the South and turn the South into what is currently functioning in North. I don't think that's going to happen, but that is one solution. Or two, the northern North Vietnamese political, economic, military situation will collapse either because of invasions or China. Because one report is that basically all of North Korea's energy comes from China. Don't know if that's true, but that was one report. China cuts off their ability to function, and there's in essence chaos, and then a collapse, and then occupation by the South. I really think China should settle themselves to the idea that the buffer state of North Korea is not doing them any good, and do a deal with the U.S. that if they allow for reunification under the South Korean government, the U.S. would withdraw all military troops from Korea and probably even shut down any U.S. air bases, which having an air base is a bit different than having troops, so that Okinawa down here would be the main U.S. basing for this part of the world. But that's what probably should happen there. So these people, I don't know whether they just are just effing ignorant. There is a military solution to the Syrian Civil War, and it's the standard. You can do the military solution is kill all the enemies until your side wins. Now, does that mean I want that to be the solution? No. It would be nice if there was a reasonable, by Western standards, a reasonable political solution. Whether that means breaking up the country into, southwest Syria, northwest Syria, and east Syria, or call it Kurdistan or something like that up here. Is that a solution? Because this is sort of the Sykes-Picot line that was drawn and what created these countries here. You can have that, and that'd be fine. I would be happy with it, but it isn't the only solution. There is always a military solution to a problem. This is what I think that they may, with their ideologies, believe that they actually believe that you have to have a peaceful or a non-military solution, that they're just deluded, and don't really look at history, or they're just flat out lying to you, meaning they know better, but they're hiding the fact. Okay, well, we have this mess of a problem here. The Ionian Islands out here, G and C, G and Ion Islands. We're going to have to do a bigger invasion. Let's get some more air power down here. Lots and lots of Stukas. That's no, I don't always think the military solution is best or the only solution or anything like that, but it's just this myth that, if you will,
Ausrücken!
peaceful
Ausrücken!
agreement is necessary, or the idea that you must always look to some other sort of solutions than military ones. It looks like we're moving up to the river there. This is the only ones that must be. I don't know entirely, because I've, had professors that taught these things in college, these viewpoints. I don't know entirely where it comes from. I don't know whether it's leftists who are trying to protect their various regimes. Oh, we can't invade because we have to look for a peaceful solution, so that some pipsqueak little nation like excuse me, like Cambodia is, doing the killing fields and mass killing its population off, and which finally, again, military solution, the communist Vietnamese government invades that because it's just so effing out of hand that hey, deposed Pol Pot. And they did, at least there, did the right thing. And generally speaking, I would say the on world communist dictator levels, the North Vietnamese government has proven to be not the worst. Like I say, they stopped Pol Pot. You see some of our naval or air actions and naval actions here. Oh, we got a submarine there. Not that I'm thinking they're good guys, they're just not as either insane or as evil or whatever as Pol Pot and his killing fields. And that was bad. So whether they're trying to protect their little regimes, or whether it's sort of a post-World War II reaction to nuclear weapons, that this was such a for the intellectual class, such a scary thought that the world could be blown up, so we must teach everybody, civilians, politicians, everybody, that there is no military solution, so that you must okay, well, I'm not getting very good coverage because getting this stupid arrow set up. We're getting there. Uh-oh, we've
Achtung!
been pushed out of there. Well, we're defending there, okay.
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
Counterattack? Not well. Okay.
Ihre Befehle!
Now, I have noticed now that we have cores here, we're claiming the territory instead of Italy. That is a good thing.
Bereit!
Okay, well, let's try to get over there. Good. We can do that.
Befehle!
No, we need to hold, damn. Okay, I sent a couple of divisions here. Send them down here as reinforcements. Don't want to overfill the supply capacity here, but I do want to push a little bit more. Which of course will relieve pressure from here.
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
I'm going to take away this.
Ausrücken!
Light artillery barrel upgrade. Great. That will be helpful. I'm definitely not one of those people that want to join every war and bomb every place, kill everything, but we just need to, you know, understand the options. Just because we can do something doesn't mean we should, but we should recognize that we can do it if needed. Okay, we'll go with that. Another one, just as I'm hovering over it. The Biafran Civil War, or well, the Nigerian Civil War. Biafra, which was down here, was just basically crushed after about, what, 2.5, 3 years of,
Abstand halten!
of a civil war. That was entirely a military victory, not a political one. Okay, now we've got a lot of units down here. Okay. Don't know if we need those guys, so let's stick with...
Angetreten!
Well, let's see. Take the whole shot here. Okay, 35 days. Not happy about the planning time, but I do want to hit this. Which means probably we're not doing... Now we need more airborne divisions. How are we doing on recruiting those? Okay, some time still to come. Should have moved on these guys sooner before they had a chance to build up. But we're taking enough losses here that I want to clear out the Mediterranean. Hoping that if they can no longer trace any sort of supply out of even these guys here, the units will either leave or be too weak to Fight. Okay, large bomber production. Research has advanced. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Angetreten!
Well, now that they've moved out, let's
Ausrücken!
move into the empty provinces and take them. Okay, pre-war AA. Down here on ship tax. This one came up check. Okay, 1940. So we could do these. Anti-submarine warfare torpedoes. Oh, but improve. Okay, we need better radar, which we're researching right now. Let's go with that. Where are the battles going out here? I sent out some subs, coastal type. So far I haven't seen them engage anybody, but we are sinking some subs and destroyer there. Of course with our air power. Ooh, look at that one. Two heavy cruisers, a carrier. We do have some of those. Well, maybe they... Oh, we had some guys out there. Yeah, maybe they died. Are these them? Yeah, there's some submarines still now. Well, it looks like currently we have naval supremacy there. Yes, partly I'm just waiting for this invasion to... Okay, I'll get that more. Just these, I guess. Once they get down there, they can enter the action. Okay, well, we're going to end the episode here, keep it sort of short. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for liking the videos. And, of course, I love hearing from you, so please post questions, comments, suggestions, ideas. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.